Hi, I'm Kristen Bell, and if you know my husband Dax, then you also know he loves shopping for a car. Selling a car? Not so much.
We're really doing this, huh?
Thankfully, Carvana makes it easy. Answer a few questions, put in your VIN or license, and done. We sold ours in minutes this morning, and they'll come pick it up and pay us this afternoon.
Bye-bye, truckie.
Of course, we kept the favorite.
Hello, other truckie.
Sell your car with Carvana today. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you ever spotted McDonald's hot, crispy fries right as they're being scooped into the carton? And time just stands still. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi, this is Javon, your Blinds.com design consultant.
Oh, wow. A real person.
Yep, I'm here to help with everything from selecting the perfect window treatments to...
Well, I've got a complicated project.
No problem. I can even help schedule a professional measure and install. We can also send you samples fast and free.
I just might have to do more.
Whatever you need.
So the first room we're looking at is for...
Shop Blinds.com now and save up to 40% site-wide. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Alpacalypse, DJ Rink, Luthoric, James Green, Kethri, Mewcow, Blue Alien Fox, Devon Harkenrider, Himauto Raven, Kaowera, Macbeth, Nibiris, and Pylon Dyke.
Oh, Macbeth.
The real one.
That is awesome.
The legit Macbeth.
The one and only.
Yeah.
I can't believe he knows who we are. I feel like we know so much about him.
Doing so much better than I thought he'd be.
Oh my God. It's
Divorced now.
so I hear.
Yeah. Episode 2, Mountains and Molehills. What a mess we make when we imply one person's truth is another one's lie. To think you know the whole damn story makes you a fool atop your category. High upon a mountainside of your mistakes and feeble pride, you point the finger of desperate blame, unaware the truth is what you maim. To be wise, we must be free to ask, to question what's behind the mask, what's hidden below one's first expression, not look to mark each slight transgression. And then the mountain we built ourselves is rock again, not living hell, the tears and weight of our own making. Step aside to a new awakening.
Cute. Sorry,
Overwhelming response. Fuck me. Jeez, that was tough. I mean, some of the words rhymed.
Did you say awakening?
I would like people to be awake for it, yes.
I'm so sorry. I actually tuned out.
Seriously? That
I'm
was full of clues.
We're so tired.
It was chock full of clues.
I even had 2 coffees before this.
Well, 3 next time.
I actually feel more stupid when I do listen because I still don't understand the clues. Like, I appreciate that they're there.
Yeah, you're like, is that the clue?
They're not
Is that
answers
the clue?
before they happen. They're just things in...
Yeah.
Can you read it again?
I did like the first bit about like not assuming that someone's truth is someone else's lie, like the complexity of.
So the first 2 lines.
Yes, I did. I like that.
Then it faded into...
It didn't fade.
Rhyming with the words blah, blah, blah.
You've got a really nice rhythm and it's soothing.
It does.
Yeah,
you do
it
get
is
carried
really
away.
soothing. It's not your
It's like
fault.
a feather falling.
You know what you need? You need a more jarring rhythm so that like we're like stunned.
Damn it.
I'll take your notes on board.
Are you
Can't see
writing
my
that down?
face. You can't see my face, but if you can imagine the sound of me pursing my lips, that was it. Welcome to the Girls Who Don't D&D podcast. The girls are back already, and here they are.
Indy playing Rue, Stacey playing Thistle.
And Lana playing Biddy.
Actually, while we were talking about being back, we just got back from Sydney, where we were the guests of the lovely people from Critical Role.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Who have been very kindly looking after us lately, and we went to their show.
It was really good.
There were so many people there.
And they were so funny. How can you be that funny without any script?
I don't know. We don't do it. We got a full script. Every single joke we do, scripted.
Be in front of people.
No, it's amazing. And that crowd was just off the chain, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of
How do
people.
you fill stadiums?
I don't know, we should ask them.
Which is true. No, hang on, let me just cross live.
How do you do this?
Here they are, the whole crew. Here's a question from one of our Patreon supporters. Cassandra asks, if they, and by they mean you, were in the DM seat instead of Corey, and by Corey they mean me, what would each of the girls have done differently in campaign 1?
I just kill Corey.
I would have been one of the
not
players.
in the game.
No, I would have replaced one of you, I assume.
Yeah, so like if you were
Or
running
would I
it,
have just, you guys would use my games room while I sat
I
upstairs?
would have reminded them
Assholes.
I would have reminded them of Meatball.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Given
have
them a
let him die.
chance.
What? How would I think if you get back and listen to it, there are multiple mentions of Meatball.
I would have just said the clue instead of saying like this riddle shit that he speaks about.
There's so many clues.
Can you imagine playing a game where you, okay, everyone, you come into a room and there's a door, and if you go up to it and just knock 3 times, you're straight through.
Just label it. Clue coming.
There were some clues that were so fucking obvious.
Printed, written poems that fill in the blank.
Oh,
Yes.
that's good.
That's a good listening strategy.
I do like that.
I'll tell you right now, I'm going to fill in the blank in a second.
Corey is
Pissed off.
it's like a not fun Mad Lib.
Stace, what would you have done?
I would have just been nicer to everyone in general, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I would have been more supportive and I wouldn't have done things that were like ambiguous, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have gone like, I mean, if that's what you want to do. And then you'd go,
Oh, I hate it when you do that.
You do that
Guarantee
well.
you would.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. And then you're like, oh, no, it's a good idea. But the time, like, it's too ambiguous.
I wouldn't want to play poker with you.
Nah.
I imagine you'd have a great poker
You'd take me
face.
for everything I was worth, yeah.
I'd probably,
I
honestly,
already have. That's how good I am at it.
my genuine answer, I would probably cry.
As a dungeon master?
Yes,
Look, I
that's
did it
just,
for like 12 minutes. It was so hard.
yeah, no,
Can't
thank
do
you.
it. It's a skill.
It's a wonderful challenge to be able to do it. And there are times, and of course, you want to have a bit of a pause to let your brain sort of stop running and getting in the car and driving away. You can come back, we're still playing. But when it goes right, it's pretty cool. So
Yeah, you do a great job. I can't imagine anybody else.
No,
Thank you.
you do.
there are other people who do it though. They're really, really
And I'm
good
sure they aspire to be you.
at it. Yeah, some of them like fill stadiums.
Yeah, true.
Oh, look at your stadium. No, it was very
It'll
impressive.
be us one day.
Oh, God. Ladies, I have an unusual question for you today. And trust me, it eventually might matter. Probably won't. What is the most annoying thing you put a current or previous partner through?
I got it because I got in trouble for it yesterday.
Because it's recent.
Yes, and it's not the first time I got in trouble for it. It won't be the last time I get in trouble for it. And I'm not going to fucking stop doing it either. So, but it's not marriage breaking stuff. It could be, maybe. I don't know. He might snap one day. It is this. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right. When I stack the dishwasher, I don't rinse the dishes. Why the fuck would I do that? That's a dishwasher's job.
It says to do it in the manual. I mean,
That's what Jordan
It's in the
says.
name, dishwasher. It does it for you.
Yeah.
Jordan,
Let's run it twice.
So then Jordan will open the dishwasher and he'll see like a strainer with rice in it. He's like, Stacey. And I'm like, I know I'm in trouble. I'm like, what? What could possibly be wrong? I have no idea. He's like, honey, I love you so much. You keep
Relentlessly.
doing this. And then I go, I'm so sorry. I'll try harder. I'm not going to try harder.
Wow.
I'm
Not
not
even a
going to do
little?
it. Nah.
Can you just put a whole steak in there one day?
That's why the strainer's there.
I forgot.
I know. Thank you.
do you clean the strainer?
Nah.
Okay.
Oh, I did that the other day.
I do.
Okay.
It was a
No,
big
Jordan
job.
cleans the strainer.
That's why you're getting that conversation.
That's a
Okay.
yucky job.
She's created.
Wow. All right.
that's
What else we got?
That was great. Oh, I just looked to you because I assumed.
I should get the list
You
out.
just assumed that you just looked at Indy because you assumed she had more to offer in this situation.
Yeah,
And I'm not going to lie. I know you've told me a few stories as well where I've gone, all right, this question's easy for you.
She's like, what to choose? What
I
to
think
choose?
my biggest one is chewing. I try really hard, but some things you just like have to make that chewy noise, like licorice. There is no
Is it like
amount. Yeah,
Like that. Yeah, that's the one.
I
Yeah.
can't. Like my mouth is closed, but somehow the sound still comes out, and I just get this glare. I'm like, I can't help it, and crunching everything.
I mean, your mouth is open when you're eating. Is that what you're doing?
No, it is shut. I have recorded myself before.
Yeah, because
And
you've
you
got
can still hear it.
on Patreon, you can get your ASMR stuff.
Sorry, I would like to meet the person who can chew crispy things silently.
I know.
What do you guys do? Just hold it to your mouth till it's soggy and then just like swallow it? Like what? I
I've
don't
done
get
that
it.
before, like when I'm eating with a group of people where I'm like, this is really loud. I think I'm annoying every single person. And so then I like sit there for ages and wait for it to like,
Soak.
so before I can chew.
I'm pretty sure Sam hears people eating from anywhere. Like she'll know when the neighbours are having dinner.
Misophobia is the well, I don't know if it's really a fear. I know it's a phobia, but it's the uncomfortableness with chewing, like eating.
Definitely she
sounds.
has that. And I'm pretty sure she would expect me to pre-soak all foods. Everything should be blended.
Yeah, but you know what I do now? I just chew with my mouth open.
Yeah, lean in.
What is wrong with you two?
No, I'm on Indy's side with this one. You
Oh, there's no surprise.
You ever sat
I'm
down with a
never
glass
cleaning
of
that
ice
strainer.
and just crunched on a bunch of ice?
You know what I do when he's not there? I just sit there and I just and I go, fuck, this is good.
Can't stop me now.
It's like taking your bra off at the end of the day. It's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I do what I want. Feed her up. Chewing on that steak bone.
Gnawing away. I'm glad I asked this question.
I have to walk away. Like I will eat apart.
What about if you're going to a restaurant?
Separate
the
tables.
The noise
Box
cancels
it
it
out.
out.
Separate tables.
Yeah.
Yes. two tables, one please.
Across to the side. How's your meal, dear?
No, just different restaurants.
Yes, he goes to all the soup you can eat, and you're like, I'm going to Crunch Plus. I really should not name restaurants.
I actually think you should exclusively name restaurants.
What a career that would be.
So, okay, look, I try really hard not to annoy my husband, and to be really fair,
Oh, okay.
I know. And
Hang
to
on a
be
second.
really
We've got him on
fair,
the line, though.
to be really fair, he is not easy to annoy when it comes to me. Like, he has the most ridiculous tolerance for my shit. But there is one thing that absolutely infuriates him, and it's when I pose things as questions that I'm not actually intending to be questions, or with options where there is actually only one correct answer.
Right.
So, for example, something like if we're cleaning the house and like before people are coming over, and I'm like, do you think we should vacuum the reading chair? And he'll be like, no, I don't think so. I'm like,
Yeah, let
I
that
think
go.
we should
Oh, fuck
vacuum
you. That's what John does to me.
the reading chair.
Oh, do you
And-
think we should? It's like this. No, this is the thing that annoys me. Do you think we should? I'm telling you right now.
when it's not a we thing?
Yeah, do you think we should do
Yeah.
this? And what John really means is, can you,
Can you do
that?
it? You know what my
Yeah.
response is? 2 legs and a fucking heartbeat, mate. Get up and do it.
But he'll be like, okay, well then why didn't you just say that we're going to do that? Like, why ask me if...
And then my reaction's the same as Isaac's.
Yeah.
I'm like, then why are you
And-
supporting us?
Sam has a thing where she asks me questions that I couldn't possibly know the answer to.
Oh,
And as someone I love being good at trivia. I used to love going to a good pub trivia and sitting there like with a small group of people and beating the table of 15. You know, that sort of thing where you're like, yeah, we know the answer to all this sort of stuff. And then Sam will say something like, I wonder what she's thinking. And I'm like, there's no possible. And she's good at them. Like, she will find ways to ask you questions that have no possible direct answer. And they eat me up inside because I want an answer.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway.
so cute.
So anyway, here she is to tell you what's wrong with me.
It's a long list. Speaking of list though, the list of things the girls have to get done is smaller than usual. They have retrieved items from the depths of the Great Hole and they are still on their way towards the city in the north, as long as they can survive the fall from the cable car. Those items, a half staff, a fishy necklace, and the hilt of a sword are all the girls have left of their previous lives. But they do also have some books that can help them better understand the post-apocalyptic Kaylee. We've also learnt that Biddy's family is very worried about where she has gone, that Thistle is an oversized fairy with ghostly wings, and that Rue hates water because someone tried to drown her once. Oh, and they met someone called the Dreadlock. Finally, the girls have been taking notes, so let's find out if they remember that Corey gave them advantage on all D20 rolls for a whole day. As long as they don't forget.
By now, you would have heard from my lovely wife doing her recap of what matters for the listeners. Ladies, here's what you should have in your memory. You are currently falling to your death from a cable car whose cable is no more, so it's just a car. Below you, and quite a long way down, is the lake known as the Hole and the rocky ground that forms the start of the rise into the mountain range called the Rumbles. It's a massive mountain range that you are supposed to be finding your way through so you can deliver a package to someone in a city in the north, where you hope to find passage to a vault, where you plan to rescue or make, I don't know what you're supposed to do some sort of heist on behalf of the librarian to whom you owe a favour. Does that all make sense?
Yes.
Just we also need to find the keymaster before we go to the vault.
And probably something to do with the keymaster. Are you ready to play?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just 3 girls, a dragon, and a handful of dice. Some guys telling stories, I'm sure they'll be nice. There will be monsters and magic and fire and ice. But it's mostly 3 girls, a dragon, and dice.
Now, the good news is I don't actually know much about your characters yet. I have not looked at your character sheets. I've got no idea what you've put on them. I don't know much about your backstories. We're just going to slowly piece those together as we go along. But it also means that I have no idea how you're going to solve the current problem, which is that you are falling to your death inside a cable car. Ladies, I'm going to give you 1 turn. 1 turn each, but it's still 1 turn to decide what you are going to do to, I don't know,
not die?
Stop dying early. From being yanked swiftly to your early demise.
Well, I have a cantrip called Spare the Dying, so I think it'll be fine.
I think you need to read what that one does. I think that was very misleading, that title.
Some of the spells are very strangely labelled.
What are you going to do?
Okay, so we always have rope.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's what I was going to think. That's what I was going to do.
So is it snapped and we're falling through the air? You can't cough in this show, by the way.
Yeah.
I know, I really, too late now. And by the way, if someone coughs, you just stop and start again, but I don't know.
Should we start clapping?
Can we start clicking?
Can we start chewing?
Clapping's
I've already
annoying.
heard what you do. God, it's like you're suckling.
No, he's sex tape. I blushed on that one.
I'm on it now.
If we're doing that, good luck.
We're doing it.
All right, it's
We're
on.
doing it. We're doing it.
It's on. We're doing it. It's the name of your sex tape. You are falling to your death, which let's not even... we don't have to label that one. But you have 3 turns.
So the cable has snapped. We're falling. Air. Yep.
Inside, you're inside the cable car.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It will not protect you from the impact. From the air, I guess it does. I don't,
How far are we falling? Like, what's the drop?
You would die from the drop. What do you need to know?
In feet?
173.
Okay, oh damn it, I've got to spell for 170.
And I assume part of the issue is that we're swinging into the rock face.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to collide with that rather than fall down into the lake.
Which you'd die from anyway.
Yeah. Okay. All right, okay.
I mean, I don't know. Someone might send me some physics thing where they go, if they'd fallen into the water, no, the impact will be too much in any direction for you and your very low hit points.
So glad I build a character without spells. Doesn't feel limiting at all. You just told me you had spells.
Yeah, I've got Spare the Dying, and it's not going to work. I could disguise myself.
As a not dead person.
At least it's not me dying, right?
Just looking at my stuff, I'm so weak.
I know, it's
Remember's so strong.
It's horrible. I want my old character back.
Like this pathetic little gust spell that moves dust. What am I
Armor
going to do with
class
that?
9.
Is there anyone that's good with animals that can convince the Griffabara to carry our carriage somewhere else?
No.
Damn.
Well, is this becoming difficult?
In the distance, on the cable car behind you, I think you would say,
Okay.
also currently falling,
Yeah.
you hear someone.
Hi, this is Mike Borton from Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, in the United States, reading for the Dreadlock.
Oh.
Wind and fire, rain and snow, water rushing far below. I call upon my wondrous power to save us in this dying hour. So, snow and rain, fire and wind, there's not much time. I should begin. I call upon something with wings to save us from this deathly swing. Oh dear, no wings are near. At least not friendly, this I fear. Can I pull us from this hole I've dug? I know. How about a flying rug?
And you see your good friend, the Dreadlock.
The hero, I think you mean.
The hero we need. The hero we don't want.
Or deserve.
No one deserves this put upon them. He's already flying towards you, and he's on a rug, and he's swinging around and telling you to jump down. You don't have much time to make this decision, and I agree that you may be thinking, I'd rather die. But these are your choices. The Dreadlock is here, and he wants to make this very clear. He's saying it out loud. To save you!
Oh, God.
Right here now.
It's just the
saving
shame
you.
of it. You know? It's the shame of it. It's the embarrassment of having to know it.
160 feet.
Oh, I hate it when you do this.
It's so full by those. You've only gone 13 feet.
All right, we're gonna have to
jump.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to live with the shame.
Yeah.
Let me save you individually.
Individually?
One each. Yes, I can get each of you. You first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Thistle.
Welcome aboard my rug.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Eddie, dearie.
Welcome aboard my rug. I have saved you on it.
Thank you, Dreadlock.
Go on, you. You are very attractive.
Thank you, I know. Rue?
Rue, I didn't ask. I was
Rue it
too
is. Don't
busy,
forget the name.
Too busy saving you. Together, let us find our way clear. And the rug, I really thought I thought you might come up with some way of saving yourselves.
Yeah, like
Is it
what?
true?
What's the option?
I don't know. I don't know your character sheets. So I was like, I
We
wonder.
were still perusing through the sheets.
I think you weren't finding much, were you?
No, we're pathetic and weak.
Literally nothing.
A god. I used to be a god. You used to be a god, and you used to be a
Yeah.
god. We were
Now
gods.
you're being saved by the dreadlock.
Now the dreadlock is our savior.
I was about to go to an old reliable and be like, I'm gonna roll for survival.
And that would be a no.
Yeah.
The dreadlock is bringing this rug around. The disaster behind is smash, banging, and I guess it's just a fortunate thing that there aren't too many other people who are aboard this cable car. That would have been one of the tragedies of a lifetime for these people. But instead, it's just a loss of equipment. And on the other side, he's trying to find a good spot to land the rug, because the mountain range you're heading into is very rugged. There's not a lot of helipad-style areas. But he brings it down, and almost as soon as you touch down, the rug vanishes. This spell wasn't something that was going to last for a particular long time. Nonetheless, as you land and you all stumble as it vanishes from your feet, you are now on the other side of the lake.
That is very good.
Thank you, Dreadlock.
So we haven't gone into the mountains?
You don't have to thank me, but it is the nice thing to do. And he waits for the other two. Isn't it?
Thank you so much,
No, that's
sir.
Thank you for thanking me.
Sorry, Corey, question.
No, I will wait for the thank you. Go on.
Thank you so much, dearie. You're just a
Oh,
lovely thing.
that's
Make
all
him
right.
turn it off.
The dreadlock can't turn it off. This is all he is.
Can Corey clarify where have we gone back to the lake where we were?
No,
Or-
you were on the other side.
Yeah, okay.
So we've made
Yeah.
ground.
Okay.
You are over the lake.
All right, so now we've got to get up the mountain range.
Well, there's a gap, and the dreadlock, if you asked him, I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for him, would be able to point out that to get across the rumbles, the adequately named mountains, because they're so high up, there's storms around them the whole time, there's always lightning and thunder. And there are some passes you can get through, but the first one is to get through the Grudge. That's the biggest mountain here.
Such a pleasant sounding mountain.
The Grudge.
Yes.
Now, is that like a tunnel through the mountain?
Not at the bottom.
We've got to go to the top.
Well, it wouldn't be at the top. They don't put tunnels at the top of mountains.
Oh,
So where's the
is
tunnel?
true.
Somewhere halfway up, perhaps.
I don't know why you'd put a tunnel there, not just at the bottom.
Because the mountain is quite large, they're going up to a part where the tunnel can get through to somewhere else on the other side.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because I know how a mountain works now. So because it narrows, right?
Yeah.
So you kind
So-
of want to go, otherwise you're just going into the bottom of all the other mountains.
You'd have to go through the entire mountain range.
Yeah. That's a lot of work. So I
It is.
understand that. Yeah.
But there is, you can barely see this mountain actually because it disappears behind cloud. But you can see it's very steep, very grey, very rocky, and it's a long way up.
Can I check my book?
I was like, who has the book?
Well, I've got this greenery book.
Yeah, you can ask it things.
Samora's Testament of Trees, Leaves and Greenery.
All right. Well, this is how your book works. Inside that book, it's a whole bunch of pressed leaves and flowers. And if you flick, as you're flicking through that, if you can find the right sort of flower or leaf or greenery for the area you're in, it's a fair chance they might be able to help you with information about the area.
So I'm going to flick through the book and then I'm going to have a look for matching leaves to what I see the trees around me.
Well, there are none. I just said this place is pretty much dead.
Oh.
yeah,
So it's going to take us a guess.
All right.
I'm going to guess like a pine tree kind of esque mountain-ish.
There
So you
are
just
no
open up
trees.
to a random page and you're like,
I'm
read
going
it.
to flick through and try and find the adequate tree for this area.
An adequate tree.
Yes.
All right. So you're randomly picking a page.
Well, I want to find a matching tree.
There are no trees, Indy.
What I would think to be in this area.
All right, all I can do for you, here's how this works. What I did was, we did it in the last campaign, we're doing it for this one. Our Patreon supporters have done voiceovers of random plants. Sometimes they will offer to help you, sometimes they will not. I can't remember which ones help and which ones don't. And I've just gone to the first one. I couldn't find where I'd put them in our system. I've gone to the first one, which is just called Napa the Plant.
Nice.
So I don't even know what sort of plant this is. So let's find out whether they want to help you.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Napa. I'll be playing a plant. Oh, I see. Walk past hundreds of us and don't say a word, but suddenly you need information and it's all, "Hey, buddy, long time no smell." You must think I'm awfully lonely to just drop everything and start giving up the ghost to a bunch of strangers just wandering through, stomping on all the greenery. Well, I am.
Well, that was easy.
Stuck out here all day, getting a kink in my neck just trying to follow the sun. No one to talk to except Danny over there. And he's a prick. Don't look at me like that, Danny. It's a rose joke. Because of your pricks.
They're called thorns, you jerk.
Well, the joke doesn't work unless you say prick, Danny. So, anyway, yeah. I'll talk. What do you want?
I had forgotten that one. That's got Ben in it.
Yeah, it does. Oh, that was nice. I haven't seen him for a week, so that was nice.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. Ben? Yeah. We've talked over it a little bit, so I'll clear it up later on, but he's in the background being yelled at.
When did Ben do that?
Quite a while
Quite
ago.
a while ago, yeah. You know what it is? I keep these sounds for a very long time.
That's so cute.
Thank you to Napa, who played the role of that plant, who I think has just made fun of Ben for being a rose and called him a prick.
They're called thorns, you jerk.
They're called thorns. He has offered to help you. What would you like to ask?
Hey, Napa. Thank you for your help. He's a prick too. Do you have any idea about like a path to get through this grudge?
Yeah.
The grudge?
Seriously, it's just a path.
Do we just follow the path?
If you just looked around, there was a path. There's even a sign. It says, up.
Is there anything hairy about the situation? Is there anything we need to know going into this path?
Yeah, it's one of the most dangerous paths you'll ever see.
What makes it really dangerous?
It's up a mountain.
And?
Mountains are dangerous.
Is that it?
Well, there's a list of things that make mountains dangerous, but yes, all of those things happen on this particular mountain.
There's nothing we need to do to cross this mountain. We just need to follow the path. That's all.
Well, there's lots of things on the path. I know there's a bridge at some stage.
Is there anything under the bridge?
A lot of air. And then just at the bottom of where the air ends, the rocks start. That's it.
That's all. That's it.
Yeah.
Is that all we need to know? Do we just follow the path? I feel like there's something else.
There's lots of dangerous things on the path. I'm making it very clear.
Can you tell me what the dangerous things are?
The big bridge that I just talked about that's in the middle with the air underneath it and the rocks.
Why is it?
Because if you fall off the bridge, the air won't stop you from hitting... you're as big a prick as he is.
Well, how narrow is this bridge?
I think you'll be okay walking across it. What do you weigh? 210? 220?
Can't ask.
Leaf has no idea what weight means, by the way. 415? 7?
Okay, thanks for your help, girls. Is there anything else we need to ask? I don't know.
Have we heard this interaction?
You're in a distance watching her talking to a book.
Yeah.
You do know books talk, so you're like, I don't know what she's asking, but... I love the idea you're about to slam that book shut too.
No, I'm just like, I don't know what to ask. I'm going to call out, hey girls, is there anything you think we need to know about crossing the grudge?
Where does it take us to?
The other side of the Rumbles.
Yeah, the Dreadlock would know that. From here, this is the only way to get across the Rumbles and make your way north to a fuzzier K.
Is that how you say it?
That's one way.
Yep.
I've heard it 2
I've
ways.
heard 12 ways.
I've heard about 15 ways.
I mean, I was just going to...
Name of your sex tape.
I was going to see if there was any info.
15 ways.
So good. If you were asked to go name a sex tape right now, you wouldn't be able to think of a title. That's why I had to come up organically.
4 or 5 off the top of my head.
Tape.
4 or 5 off the top of my head. No. One of my favourite things growing up was this bizarre thing with my friends.
One of my favourite sex tapes was...
Growing up. No, but my friends used to do this thing where they would try...
It was the early 80s.
They would try and take any movie and turn it into... sex pun porn movie name.
Yes.
And my favourite one was at the time was a Sylvester Stallone movie called Cliffhanger. And you're like, that doesn't really lend itself to anything too quickly. Cliffbanger.
Oh,
Cliffbanger.
Smart.
Classy.
It's like Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
Saving Ryan's privates. Clever.
Ah,
Good.
that's good.
My brain's just gone Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, so that's it. No need to change a thing about
Lord
it.
of the Ring.
No, still better as
You
a
were
plural.
fine. Yeah. And the Two Towers works as well. Let's get back to actually playing the game. Yeah.
I was just going to ask the guide to Kaylee for any information on the grudge, like the mountain.
Yeah.
Geez, you're pushing me today. There's stuff all over the place in my little files.
I'm just going to say thanks Napa, and shut the book.
Ow!
But did you
No
learn
worries.
something from your book, did you?
No. Just follow the path. That's it.
I learned something.
What?
Are you eating again?
Name of your sex tape.
Nom.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, name your sex tape. Yeah, that'll work.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
That'll do.
Here we
Can
go.
we just title this episode Name Your Sex Tape?
the one you shouldn't be listening to. So you here's what happens.
Hi, my name is Chelsea from Ohio, and I am the Guide to Kaylee, post-apocalypse edition.
Beautiful voice.
Please state the name of your destination.
The Grudge.
Okay. First thing you need to know about this place is that it is spectacular. The second thing you need to know is that whatever it tells you about me is a lie. I had nothing to do with whatever it says I did. Although, and I'm taking quite the risk here and feeling very vulnerable, there's also some truth to it. The Grudge is a mountain, or at least looks like one, and he's a very grumpy bugger too, which suits him because he's all craggy and whatnot. Gnarled. That's the right word. Gnarled. Gnarled. Lots of gray, lots of striking shadows. If a mountain could have a beard, he'd have a beard. A messy, unkempt thing it'd be. Just like him. Good luck if you find yourself anywhere near his attitude at altitude. Oh, I like that one. Still, he's a prick.
It's like word of the day.
I know, and they can happen at any time, these things. So I do love that today's episode is better titled, prick. Ladies, what would you like to do?
I guess we just need to follow the path. Thoughts, queries,
Opinions.
Concerns.
Let's go. What else are we going to do? Let's go.
Yeah, are we going to leave the lock here?
No, I think he's coming with us.
He's just heading in that direction.
He can't exactly go back. He has to wait until the next day to get another rug.
Can he go at the back of the pack?
I'll lead. Follow me to safety.
Now we're just going to hear him. Oh, maybe he can go first?
Yep.
Okay.
I was thinking if there's any traps, he'll set them off first.
Yeah, I think that's best.
Really traps.
Lead the way.
Yeah.
We say, we follow you, our majestic hero. There we go.
You're right, majestic is about right. I will lead the way, and the entire time I will talk about things I've done. Shall I begin?
Just go for it.
Well, it's getting a bit foggy already.
But we're walking, right?
Yes,
We're
yes.
walking and talking?
I was going up, but the path has already become a little... You know what? Maybe it is a good idea to talk to each other the whole way, because at least then...
I'm sorry, Dreadlock.
I don't pause. Rhythm doesn't work like that. What happens
But you
next?
just mentioned a genius thing.
Of course I have. What was it?
So you've just mentioned it's getting foggy, and I think for our safety, maybe we should tie ourselves together so that we don't get too far away and get lost.
I agree.
No woman can tie the dreadlock down.
Okay, you go first then. Run along.
Okay, what I'm going to do, you go ahead and tie up as much as you wish. What I'm going to do is tell you stories about myself. And as I do so, you'll be able to see exactly here where I am. Not see so much because of this immense fog.
Okay, let's just stop walking for a minute.
Yes.
And every now and then I'm going to ask questions. There will be a quiz, young lady. My God, even in a fog, you're pretty.
Okay, tied?
We're tied.
Tied, perfect.
All right,
And
follow
stop.
me. As he's walking along, he does. He decides to tell you a bit about himself.
A bit?
Well, yes. Before, as I said before, I was instrumental in the Battle of the Gods. I was also quite a famous spy, did you know, for the kings and queens and justicars of Kaylee. That's why I'm heading north. I'm heading north to meet with Queen Mondia. I mean, she's not queen anymore because of all the restructuring and whatnot, but she is still very powerful.
In who?
Mondia.
The first queen to fall in the days that followed Kaylee's apocalypse was Mondia.
She had ruled the northern lands for years without scandal, without fear, and without discrimination. She was fair and wise, and on the run. Power had shifted quickly. The rumours of new forms of magic were barely able to outpace their arrival, and cities and towns fell, sometimes in silence, as though unaware they had even been taken. Such was the nature of their new oppressors, who promised much and took more. But oppression demands resistance, and Mondia and her people were not done yet. They scoured ancient texts, called upon the gods themselves, and kept hoping that the stars still had tales to tell, not just doomed to casually fling towards their way. And that's where the dreadlock comes in. But they always have a tale to tell.
And that's where I defended her honor from 10, maybe 20 marauders. Well, my third autobiography, Even More Good Things About Me, is still a bestseller if you would believe it. Which I do. Which is how my cousin was also my uncle, as you would expect in such situations. And then I wrote a 6 and a 4. The rug was gifted to me for saving a princess or something like that. It's so hard to keep. I was once required to do my duty for king and country by breaking into a mighty vault.
Oh, how would you do such a thing?
Well, I don't like to give up all my secrets. Even to you. I'm quite good with locks, you see. Anyway, while I was doing that, I met a gorgeous woman. And of course, she was rather enamored by me. Of course. I could tell you more, but a gentleman does not brag about his many conquests. Many. Suffice to say...
What did they have you take from the vault? It must have been important.
It was a very valuable book. I didn't bother reading a page.
God damn it, it's not in there.
Well, I'm just saying. Anyway, there's enough about me for now. Is it ever? Of course not.
Sorry, I just have one quick question.
Of course you do.
Where did you put that book?
I gave it to the queen who asked me to find it.
Do you want to ask what queen?
Queen Mondia?
No, he's on his way to Mondia now.
No, this was years ago.
Oh, what queen? Did you give the book to?
Wow. We knew each other by first names only, if you get my drift.
First will do.
Yes, Alley Cat. That's what I called her.
That's what you called her?
Alley, for short. Oh, good times.
Alley Cat.
We stole the book. Oh my God, so we're stealing our story again?
It's liar, pants on fire.
I don't know what you're talking about. But this is a good opportunity for you to tell me something about you. Because again, this fog is very thick. I don't want to fall behind.
Isn't he leading?
And you hear that his voice is clearly behind you now. He's already lost his way a bit.
So, tell me about yourself.
Are you sure you don't want to join the rope train?
How do you know I haven't?
Because I thought that you were, as a confident hero, wanted to lead.
I can lead and follow.
Jesus, you are that good.
That's quite a skill. And did I mention the many ladies? I will mention it.
You are killing this character. It's amazing.
It's just a leaf out of my own book.
Oh, God.
I'm just so similar to this character.
This is you just unmasking.
It's just sometimes he's authentic
I just
self.
call these the 20s.
Many conquests.
Many.
Because he's that old. He was around in the 20s.
Many.
This is the chance for you guys as we're going through, and I can tell you this, if I don't like your stories, the fog will have an impact. So this is the chance for you, though, to tell me a little bit more backstory about your character, just a little bit of your past, something important, perhaps, or something unimportant. What else can we learn about Rue, Thistle, and Biddy?
We're very good on the spot.
Oh.
No, you guys have backstories, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
but not necessarily
not
things
like
that are just...
mine's a paragraph.
Like you, I saw before, what was it again? Thistle. You have those wings that aren't really wings. That's got to be a story, surely.
No, not really. I was born without wings. I mean, it's very, very rare.
Roll deception, and I'll give you advantage because you're in fog. So you've only got your voice to go on, because I think you are lying.
20.
I believe you. Why would anyone lie about such a thing?
No one would.
So just naturally born without wings that are kind of shadow wings, I see.
Yeah, maybe really stand out from all the other fairies.
I bet it would.
Yeah, because when you're born without wings, you're not small. You're my size.
Thistle was big, and fairies are not. In the village that Thistle was from, this made her stand out. The villagers hoped it was something she'd grow out of, or at least down from. But each notch on the tree grew further and further away from the others. Naturally, this made it difficult for Thistle to make friends. Having to lift them onto your shoulders each and every time you wanted to talk disrupted the conversational flow somewhat. Yelling at them from 12 times their height was also problematic. So Thistle wrote notes. She'd write them in the smallest possible handwriting, which was still quite large for her fairy friends, and then place them nearby so as not to smother the others with paper by dropping it from afar. The fairies loved her notes. Sweet tales, they called them, and sometimes, when the weather was right and the gold of the sun was drifting through trees in the late afternoon, Thistle would find a calm place beyond the village, but still close enough that her voice could wander back on the wind, and she would begin to read. And the villagers would all stop and listen.
You set the table, put on a playlist, even made the lasagna from scratch. And now you're wearing it. OxyClean Max Force Spray tackles tough, set-in stains the first time. Adulting is hard. Fighting stains shouldn't be. OxyClean Max Force. It's not clean unless it's OxyClean.
Get unready with me while I talk about my favorite beauty hack, Colgate Optic White Pro Series toothpaste. This unique formula is powered by hydrogen peroxide, which is the same ingredient dentists use to whiten teeth. It's able to dissolve even those deep-set stains below the surface of your teeth. The best part? Twice daily brushing with Colgate Optic White Pro Series toothpaste gives you a visibly whiter smile in just 3 days. Colgate Optic White. Find it at all major retailers.
So good, so good, so good.
Great brands, great prices. Everyone's got a reason to rack.
You know they have Marc Jacobs?
Nike? Yes. Just so many good brands. Vince, Birkenstock, and more brands you love are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Plus, buy it online and pick it up in-store the same day for free. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
Has anyone else got a story? Because I think I've stepped in something. Figuratively and literally.
Well, I have a bow and arrow, and it's a very special bow and arrow to me because my dad actually makes these bow and arrows for our village, but you have to come of age to get this.
I see.
All he heard is of age. Filthy animal.
Tell me about how you came of age. I mean, got your bow.
I don't want to hear. Well, once you reach a certain age, you're allowed to pick someone to go out and find a certain spot on the grass. Yuck! This is meant to be a nice story.
Why would you say that?
You!
Don't blame me for that.
So you go and you pick a tree and then you take it back and then you can whittle it.
Name of your sex tape. All right.
You can whittle it.
You can whittle it.
All right, I'm not doing anything good. Nothing heartfelt because everything is romantic.
I didn't start that.
Okay, all right, let's just agree no more names of sex tape.
It's funny though.
I know. So, your bow, what else does it do?
Can I say anything?
You can say it.
Oh, well, I have a connection with my bow.
You just saw everything.
You did that to yourself, Indy. No one else did anything.
No
You
one
did
said
that.
anything. That was half a noise. I was like, oh, that's
listening.
interesting.
He's interested.
Yeah.
So I am able to choose.
Okay, that was Corey.
Let's back this bucket up. Let's take 2 tomorrow.
That's it. We're done.
So my arrows are quite unique because I can choose what they do. Well, some of them can I can kind of tell them what they're going to do. So disperse into multiple different arrows or catch fire.
I saw you do that one.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty. So I have like this telepathic connection with my bow.
I've heard of telepatheticness, yes.
Yes, yeah, it's true. It's cool.
So does everyone in your village, whatever it is, get a special, like do they all have special skills?
If you make your bow, then you bond with it.
Nice.
And then you're able to like do things like that. It's cool.
That's very, very
it's
cool.
It's really cool. Yeah. And my arrows are just like never ending. I don't have to go and get them
That's
all.
not happening, no. Man, we stepped over the line.
How far can we go here?
Biddy, your turn.
Yeah, I will tell a story, but while we're walking, I'm like pulling mittens and scarves out of my bags and offering them. Is anyone cold? Does anyone want like a scarf or some mittens?
Oh,
we don't want
I
to catch
love
a
that.
cold.
Thank you. Yes, please. I'll have mittens. That's cute.
Beautiful. I hand over some mittens and I'm putting some on while I'm chatting. Well, Dreadlock, thank you for asking. It's so nice to be interested in other people, isn't it?
Sorry, what?
To be interested in other people's stories. It's such a nice thing to do, to ask people about themselves.
Are you asking me something about myself?
Well, I'm just so impressed.
Yes, I agree with that.
I'm just impressed that someone that's so heroic and has had so many stories is still interested in the little folk.
You are very little.
I knew you were going to say that.
That was right there.
That's fine. Well, since you asked, that lovely story that Rue just shared reminded me of something that we used to do in our village and in our family in particular when our little ones came of age. And we would paint a portrait, and we would paint a new family portrait each time our kids would get to a particular age, so that we had an updated portrait of the family. And so we've got this collection going in our family home back where I'm from.
That's so cool. I love that.
It reminds me of a story about me, as most stories do. Anyway, here's the bridge. I told you I would lead you to safety, and I have, and from here on it is not safe. And in front of you can see that there is a bridge swaying across a cavern, and it joins you from whatever this first small rise of the mountain is into what is the rest of the grudge. And it's made, mostly it seems to be made of something that shouldn't still be standing. Frayed ropes that look really tenuous at best, and I'll be honest, the only positive is that the canyon is so far below that the fog hides how far below it is.
Ignorance is bliss.
So psychologically, you can be like, it's fine.
It's not that far. Except then the dreadlock flicks like a rock and holds his hand to his ear and waits for the rock to land and waits and waits. In the meantime, a gust of air hits the bridge, and you notice one of the pieces of wood falls away as well and twists towards the ground for a very long time, also vanishes through the fog. And you wait, and you wait, and you wait.
I just don't think we need to know any of this.
And then there's a sound of something hitting the ground.
Okay, what I'm going to do is, how wide is this gap? Like how wide is this?
Yeah, it's substantial. It's a good 80 feet across.
How long's our rope that we've got?
50.
Great, so we tie them together.
We tie them together.
Right.
And then I'm
You're
going to...
already tied together.
All three are 50 feet.
Yeah, but you've tied each other together, yeah?
Yeah, but we're going to undo here because we don't want to like one go down, all go down kind
If
of
one
situation.
goes down, let them go. Okay.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask the lock
Just dread to you.
for his rope too.
You know, the strange thing is, I never carry rope. Don't need it.
Everyone in D&D has it.
Yeah.
What did you do with your rope, Dreadlock?
What is this D&D you speak of?
So combined, we've
Daring
got 50
and dangerous
feet.
heroes.
Oh, I have heard of that, yes.
So combined, we've got 50 feet.
50 feet each usually.
Oh,
it's a
okay,
standard
great.
sort of
we only
amount.
need to just
So we need
connect
two.
two.
So we're going to connect two. I'm going to tie one around one end of my arrow, and then I'm going to shoot it across.
Okay.
Just so we've got something to really hang on to in case.
You really are quite confident that arrow is going to hit something and just wedge in, aren't you?
Don't we have that
You think
advantage on rolls if we remember to do it?
And I've got an advantage.
Where did that come from again?
I just got a note that says...
You said to us. That's where it came from.
Hold on.
But what for?
I just said advantage on any D20 roll.
As long as we remember. Before
long as we remember.
Before our next long rest. So,
And we all wrote it down because you said it.
So
Sounds made up to me.
I've got this for you. So that and that. And just by the way, I'm flipping Corey off.
Yeah. She is.
You can tell me some of your arrows are unique, but you do not have unlimited arrows. And each
Yes,
of your...
I do.
not know. Already said you don't.
So you just collect this one on the other side.
It probably won't come back out.
It will.
Because you said that each of these arrows are all different. They've got different feathers at the back. So you can tell me what you want this arrow to do.
It's going to have like a three-prong claw thing that goes into rock at the end of it.
Special arrow for this
it's gonna be
exact
like-
situation.
Yeah.
It's a grappling arrow.
This is going to happen a lot, isn't it?
Oh, great
yeah.
word. Grappling arrow.
Yeah. Give me an inch and... Naming sex tape.
It was right there.
I mean, we are supposed to be moving on.
This is too good.
Wow. We tried to get around that one too. We were looking at each other and went,
Stayed
don't
so
move.
silent.
Nobody move.
I actually froze up. I was like,
She's doing it again. All right, can you give me 2 20s and hopefully add your attack roll to it? You are attacking a mountain, but I'm not really looking for that. I'm looking to see if you can find something you can latch onto on the other side.
What's my attack roll?
You've got to look at your character sheet now. He doesn't have it.
Go to attacks, and you should have your bow and arrow in there somewhere.
It's not. I swear I did that.
You forgot to connect your bow to your character.
I swear I did that. I specifically ticked.
You meant specifically, but...
I did.
I know what you've done. You haven't armed it, like made it
So it's just in your backpack.
in action.
So Rue awkwardly walks up and stands here and goes, hey everybody, I've got this great idea, and ties the ropes together and ties it to an arrow, and then just stands there holding the arrow, looking awkwardly at each other, and then goes, Oh, it was in the backpack. Just a second. It's not in the backpack.
I did pick it. I just didn't pick it. Okay, take 2. So my longbow, 150 feet. So
Yeah, can do
I
it.
will make it.
Yeah.
Damn. Yep. It's only +1.
You had to roll at advantage. What was your first roll?
8.
What was your second roll?
11.
Your arrow slams into the rock on the other side and
grapples.
falls down next to the rock.
Well, at least I can pick it up on the way out.
And you sort of look at each other and go, if you thought me not knowing where my bow was, it was awkward. What about now?
Lucky I'm hot.
That's all right, dearie. Just pull it back and try again.
Ah. I was holding the rope also. That lesson campaign one. That was a rookie error. I had it wrapped around my ankle just in case. No, you didn't. I just had it under my wing.
Your wing now.
I asked.
There are only so many things we'll let you invent.
I asked Biddy to hold it while I shot it, just in case it didn't work.
Biddy starts pulling it back in,
Great.
awkwardly looking at you the whole time like, so what's your skill then that you do? What's the thing you do?
I put words in my mouth.
And then I roll again.
I'm
and then I do it
encouraging.
again.
What I can tell you now is what you do notice as the up in this, high in these mountain ranges, the storm around you is closing, so you will not have unlimited attempts at doing this.
I say we just bolt, you know what I mean? Like, get across there quick, stay light-footed, don't make a thing of it, just run.
Does anyone have like a
Great idea! And Dreadlock is gone. He just starts running, and on his way over, he is going to do a dexterity saving throw. He just has to do one
Can
of
I
those.
just suggest that if we're going to do that, whoever goes first takes the rope with them to secure on the other side?
He's already gone.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, of the same people.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust him with that. But I'm only like tiny little fairy, like 5 foot. You're tiny too.
I am, but I've got good strength.
Okay, I'm weak as cooked spaghetti, so I will run across.
Well, Dread's already on his way, and as on his way over, he did fail his dexterity check, so another piece of wood has been knocked loose, but he stumbles free of that and makes it across. Here's what I can tell you. If all of you fail the dexterity check, there'll be too big a gap for the third person to get across.
Okay.
Okay, luckily I got the rope then.
Yeah, lucky.
Well, you still have to do that. Let's see what happens.
We still have to do that. Okay, so our friend is already gone, but I think we should...
No, I'm over here. It's great on the other side.
It's all right, sweetheart. You just wait over there. We'll be there in a minute.
I found the arrow. No, actually, you pulled that back already, but yeah.
I think we shouldn't all go at the same time, so we reduce the amount of weight on the bridge. I think if whoever goes first takes the rope across, leaving one end at this side so that we can secure it on the other side as a safety...
Oh, I should have done that. Just shoot the arrow over here. I'll catch it.
Oh yeah,
No.
straight in that one will hit.
He does believe he can catch arrows, by the way.
Maybe we should try it.
Oh, I don't feel like killing anyone just yet.
Yeah,
It's a bit early.
keep it PG for a moment.
So I guess we should probably send someone that's strong across to secure it and to be a backup in case that knot over there fails.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the smallest, so I'm assuming that I will hopefully be light-footed across, and I'll take the rope with me so that I can secure it on the other side. So
Amazing.
that if anything goes wrong, we have backup. But I am going to secure the rope that I'm
to
taking
you?
across around my waist so that I have my arms free for balance.
Good idea.
And what's the other side attached to?
Us.
I
We're hanging
hand-
onto it.
I hand the end of it to Thistle.
We tie it around a nearby rock.
I take the arrow back and put it in my backpack.
Side-eye Roo. And I'm like, here you go, dearie. I'll get this to the other side and then we'll go from there.
Yep.
Right. Give me a dexterity check.
Yep.
At advantage.
At advantage.
You may.
I'm going to roll my 2 big dice. Fucking hell.
Jesus.
Just roll a brick.
A little bit. So I rolled a 9 plus 4 and a 1, but I get to roll all D20s that are a 1 because I am a little person.
We call them halflings. God.
That's all right. The 9 is still the highest. So 9 plus 4, which is...
Not enough. Another piece of wood falls through.
Yeah. Okay, so we got to think about this.
But you did make it across. You just knocked through another one.
Okay.
Oh, that's good because she's got the rope, so she could just tie it and then we can just shimmy across.
Oh, the gap's going to be a problem. But
Well,
because the where you put your feet is going to be a problem because the bits of wood are missing. I mean, you're saying you're going to shimmy across just the rope? Oh, that would be hard.
Just that portion.
Hang on, you're really little and light, aren't you?
Yeah, so little, so light.
Why don't I just run across next?
And if she fails, then it's only a problem for you.
And then Thistle can just swing and we catch her. Is that better?
What is she, Tom Cruise?
I feel like she's just tiny.
Maybe.
And like we can just pick her up.
Yeah, I'm so petite.
Well, let's find out.
That's the worst case if I fail.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on.
No, there's no time to think this through.
Okay, no. I had another crazy suggestion, but it's fine.
Okay, here we go.
You don't. I would have heard the suggestion.
No, you said we don't have time. 15.
When has anybody ever listened to me?
Oh, it's a 20.
Nice.
Makes it across and doesn't knock down.
Some good rolling.
It was, and you've made it across. You have not knocked down any
So
more
don't need
pieces
plenty.
of wood. So, well, she's still got to get across, but I don't think it's as big a problem now. A bit of wood can fall. I mean, if you have to get back, that could be an issue. Nah,
We don't.
Don't think about that.
We don't.
Thistle, would you like to get across?
Yes, I would. And I'm holding onto the rope, just to be very clear about that. 8.
It was an advantage.
Aha.
That was kind of you.
8. Oh, plus 2.
You look so cute doing that.
8.
You knock one more piece of wood loose and it tumbles down, and now there's a massive gap, and you find yourself hanging on to the other side and hoping that the rope holds you up. It does, and the girls were kind of expecting it to happen, so they pull you across the other side of this bridge.
I assume they
But
would.
there is no path for retreat or change of heart to go back. The gap is large. I mean, you could find another way across, you'd have to, but unfortunately, whatever you did to get over this way won't work on the way
That's
back.
good, because we'll forget this by next week anyway, so...
Yeah, I've got a reputation for forgetting those sort of things.
So we don't have to find our way back to that.
You have crossed to the other side. The dreadlock is standing there. It's kind of a pose when he stands. He just sort of stands. It's very regal. He does actually look the goods. And his clothes look far too expensive and well-maintained to be a person who has done any of the things he says. Like there's leather. Wherever the leather is, there's not a scrape on that leather. That leather is well-maintained. He does have...
He oils it.
Oils his leather frequently. Chatalian shoes, all that sort of stuff. Oils his leather frequently is not the title of anybody's sex tape, ever.
Isn't it, though?
I don't know.
Isn't it?
I don't think
have
so.
Have you met men?
Not in the places you're meeting him. You have such a long way up to go, but you can see in the distance there's like a shape of a shadow that I assume could be where the path ends. It winds behind things. It may even go all the way around at times. And then you hear something coming towards you. Rocks tumbling down in incredible speeds.
Is it the grudge?
Is it a friend?
If you are climbing the grudge,
Is the grudge like... Can we... Is it the whole mountain? Or is
do
it
you
something...
want to dodge these rocks or get back to that?
Yeah, sorry, carry on. All right.
How do you want to get away from these rocks? What do you want to do? They're going to hit the path.
And is there enough room in the path to move like to a side?
That's up to you what you try and do.
Should we just run?
Some of you might be able to
I'm going to
run
zigzag run.
It's a very narrow path. I think the zig might be okay, but the zag is off the edge.
I'm going to zig run.
It's more of a crab walk.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing then.
Okay. That will put you first in the path. I think you could get away quite easily.
Yeah, I'm going to go too.
You're both going to run?
Sprint.
Okay, you're a bit further back, and honestly, it feels as though the rocks just skim you. In fact, it kind of feels like they are so close you can feel them, but you don't get hit.
Could I, like, narrow path, I'm imagining, like, cliffside either side, it's coming down this way. Can I climb up a little bit on the side to get out off the path?
It's bouncing down from that thing, so it could at any stage hit you on its way down.
Right, that's not what I was picturing. That's my bad. Is there a depression? You know how the rocks are uneven? Is there a depression in the cliffside that I could, like, squeeze myself in? I'm tiny.
There is, and as you see it, you see the dreadlock is already in it.
Oh, he hasn't. There's not enough. There's no other depressions in the...
He was straight into that little gap.
Sweet. Love that. Love that that's the way that he's done it. I would like to attempt to dodge them as they come then.
Give me a dexterity. Well, technically, this is a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh, which is higher. All right, not the big one. That was a bit aggressive. My dexterity saving throw is +5. So 16 plus 5. How'd I do?
It's quite amazing, actually. It's almost like you leap between each rock. So there's more than one rock. And these, when I say rock, boulders and everything. And every time you go somewhere when it looks like it could hit you, at the last second you go straight to the opposite direction and you zig and zag. The others are quite impressed by it. And in fact, if anything, you've actually gone a little bit further up the mountain and straight back on the path, looking back down to them, having to catch up to you.
Hey. Nice.
And without making it look like it was hard either.
Yeah.
Like
this fits my vision of this character great. Thank you so much.
Foot, you just went doing, doing, doing. And it feels like those rocks should have nicked you. Like it just feels like they were so close. How did you master that? And again, now you hear thunder in the distance and that storm is getting awfully close. And you continue walking along. The Dreadlock tells you, unfortunately, some more stories.
I once wrestled with a crocosaurus. That's how I got these shoes. So they built a statue to me and my many, many accomplishments. Which was why I had the money in the first place. And that's how I invented butter. Of course, he said, that's the funniest joke I have ever heard.
In far more detail than you'd like. Never crossing the line, of course. Always tastefully telling you how impressive he is. And in great detail and often repeated.
I'm assuming he's telling us about even larger landslides that he's had to...
No, just about the many, many times he's made the earth move.
Okay,
the look of disgust that I found a horrible way to connect that on your face. It's just perfect. It's why I do it.
It's my purpose in life.
It is, it is.
Acura dares to drive beyond standard. A torque vectoring super handling all-wheel drive system, standard in the Acura RDX. Panoramic moonroof and premium 3-row seating, standard in the Acura MDX. Sound that surrounds you, an 18-speaker Bang & Olufsen premium sound system comes standard in the all-electric ZDX. The Acura RDX, ZDX, and MDX, where precision meets craftsmanship. Visit Acura.com to learn more.
On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Whether it's a voice call, message, or sending a password. To WhatsApp, it's all just this. So whether you're sharing the streaming password in the family chat or trading those late-night voice messages that could basically become a podcast, your personal messages stay between you, your friends, and your family. No one else. Not even us. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
This summer, try the new Strato Frappuccino blended beverage at Starbucks. It's the classic blended iced coffee you know and love, now topped with a creamy layer of handcrafted brown sugar cold foam. Available for a limited time. Your Strato Frappuccino is ready at Starbucks.
But instead now, what you see is two huge hands of rock swinging towards you from the edge of this mountain.
Hands of rock.
Hands of rock, like as if the mountain has hands. And he's trying to slap. He's basically like a mosquito. You are the mosquitoes, and these hands are coming straight for you.
I'm going to yell, stop! Is that not what you
Oh,
do?
sorry, yeah.
I mean, you personified it.
I'm with you, but your reaction.
Yeah, so that doesn't work,
Why?
because it doesn't stop.
But he's alive, isn't he?
He's
Isn't he
alive.
like a person? A
Talk
thing?
to him.
Yeah, but not everything. You guys, I love this idea that the world isn't full of sociopaths and psychopaths, and you just have to go to things. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You dangerous criminal! Stop!
Okay, I'm going to say, well, the Book of Kaylee was really right about this guy.
Well.
One hand from either side, like he's giving you a big slap on the belly.
You'd definitely be sprinting at this point. Is that right?
You're just going to make a run for it to get underneath the armpit.
Yeah,
More
and
or
then
less to get around it.
I was going to ask if there's enough, it looks like there's enough room underneath so when the hands clap together, like you could lay flat.
I think it'd be a hell of a risk,
Okay. Well,
but you can try it. I wouldn't stop you.
Appreciate your honesty. Well, your face's honesty.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you a face that says have a go, while also saying, I don't know about that one. That one seems unlikely.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But Rue is running.
Yeah, I'm sprinting away from this thing.
Okay, and I assume you have fairly normal speed, about 30 feet, so you can do a dash and get 60 feet.
Yep.
Are you going to check that, or are you just guessing?
I just rolled a 20.
That has nothing to do with it. So that it just says
I'll
on
just
your
save
speed.
it for the next time I need it.
Yep, you wasted that one. Your speed?
30 feet.
Good. I was checking because sometimes it can be faster.
Actually, 225 feet.
She lowered it.
20.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
I realized it's coming out of
I've
my
got
mouth. This is
35.
lower. Really?
There you go. That's what I was talking about. Rue, you absolutely fly away and you manage to get away from this swingy
Awesome.
hand.
Put the burners on.
But there are 3 more of you.
Biddy would also like to run, but she'd like to parkour a little bit.
There's no real reason for that, but anyway. That will slow you down.
Oh, will it?
Yeah. It's
I thought
either
it
a
might get me
dash-
out of the way a bit, but I don't think I'm picturing it how you're picturing it is my issue.
It's a path.
Yeah, like we're not in the middle and there's not cabin, like walls either side of us.
No, it's one wall is
Just
up and
up.
the other one is down.
All right.
You're curving around the mountain.
Yep. Well, I'm going to run.
You just happen to be faster and you make Rue aware of it and put your arms out like you're crossing the finishing line and then just get a little bit further and then turn around and go, ooh, big one.
Did it see us or sense us?
Is what, the mountain?
Yeah.
You would not know from where you are.
God damn it. All right, then. I mean, I feel like being last, it's...
No, there's still dread.
Oh, yeah. I only had to be faster than him.
That's not how you can both get squashed.
No, in the race.
No, we can both get squashed.
You've established a race now, I think is what she's talking about.
I think I'm going to kind of like run and like front flip and stuff. My acrobatics is off the chart.
See, she gets me.
Yeah, so you can try and run and jump and you can flip over the hands.
Yeah, I am. I'm
Perhaps.
going to do that.
All right. How'd you go?
It's a 1 + 2.
The dreadlock goes, "Don't worry, I've got you!" And he
Oh.
grabs you and pins you to the wall.
This is so embarrassing again.
Don't be embarrassed.
I'm humiliated. I was a god once, now you're saving me again.
Resisting the urge to make him even creepier, but I was like, no, he's not actually that horrible. But I was like, that's not a quiver in my pocket.
Started rolling coins, he was happy to see
just
me.
so awful, you know what I mean? But I was like, and he's got you against the wall, and it goes dark from these hands, and you hear him go, "Oh, well, that was weird." You okay?
Am I okay?
Are they in the hands?
And the light comes back. It's dark still because of the mountains and everything like that. He just goes,
Where did we just go?
What I haven't said is I'm immensely strong.
Yes.
And, I mean, it hurt a lot, but here we are. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's not speak of it again. Come on, let's get out of
All
here.
right, let's go.
Moving along.
Let's go.
and he scurries in front of you, and you can see him looking up and down this mountain like he's trying to figure something out.
That didn't hurt him at all, did it?
What just happened?
Who are you asking?
You.
The hands just kind of like
I
held
can't tell
him
you.
for a second.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it hurt a lot and stuff. I don't think it did because I don't think he'd be that good at covering pain.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to ask him?
Yeah, I am.
What are you going to say?
Dreadlock.
Yes.
The dreadlock.
Yeah.
That didn't
Have
hurt
I
him.
ever told you about
That
the
didn't hurt at all, did it? Did it, Dreadlock?
It hurt as much as when my heart broke.
No.
No? Okay. This coat was given to me by the
No,
princess of...
absolutely not.
Not that either. It's a very good coat, though.
This character, I'm loving
So
him.
I'll be... And he whispers, honest with you, something did not seem right about that.
Like what?
Well, of course, I was very heroic.
No, you know what? I'm going to give you that. You were willing.
It appears that I might not have needed to be.
Why?
Well, there are two options.
Yeah.
One,
Yeah.
I am actually very powerful.
Okay, let's pin that one.
No, I think we
And
should
two?
give it a bit more thought. No? Okay. Two, it didn't hurt, so to speak.
Just didn't hurt.
Didn't hurt. I felt nothing like I have many, many, many times.
Interesting.
I felt nothing.
Okay.
Did you feel anything?
I don't feel anything. In any form.
Maybe the grudge is good.
What did we see from the outside? Did it look
You
like
were
the hands?
unfortunately facing the other way because you were running. Because this would happen about the same amount of time.
Okay.
What did you say when you got to the top in front of Rue by 10 feet precisely?
I turned around and held my hand out to shake her hand. Like, good race.
Oh, fuck, that hurts me.
You even folded your arms in real life.
It hurts Indy and Rue. I can feel it.
It's so sad.
It's all right. In real life, you would win a race. You're fine.
Rue, you believe you might have had an excuse because your feet are suddenly being wrapped by vines. It's as if they're trying to hold you in place.
Vines are a plant.
Oh. I'm going to quickly open my book.
No, this...
Sorry, it's the first time she saw plants. I wanted to...
This one, quick, there's plants.
Quick.
Really?
Yeah.
These things are grabbing your feet right now.
But maybe they could talk to the vines.
All right, flick through your book.
You did tell it. Click. Like, oh, vines. Here we go.
No vines in this book. Certainly not these ones. More accurately, not these vines. Some must wonder why Kaylee is the center of so much magic. Books and beasts, spells and sorcery. For a simple island continent, and yes, such things exist, it did seem to bear the weight of gods and universes and things well beyond its stature. There was a reason, of course. It was both complex and simple. For at the beginning of all time, and a little bit before that too, there was a single thing. There would be many words invented to describe that single thing from almost as soon as words were invented. Most were woefully inadequate, desperately trying to attach their creator to something they also decided was a creator. Some were close though, but when something is everything and nothing at the same time, labels become temporary. However, the place they started does not. Kaylee was that place, and now whenever that single thing, whatever it may or may not be, tried something new, this is where it all began, and often where it finished too. Of late, the single thing was playing with the very magic that everything was bound to. And this time, some got loose. So, look, I can't help you with the book.
Okay. I'm going to try and cut them off.
What with?
That's a really good question. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of weapon I might have to do that with.
I don't know, it's your character.
Am I
but
allowed
I will
to
say,
help?
I was about to say, Biddy, you would love to help, I imagine.
I would love to.
But you can't step anywhere.
Oh.
It's wrapping around your feet.
Oh.
The very same vines.
Okay.
Not the exact same ones.
Okay, cool. Yep. I was going to help Deary, but I seem to be stuck as well, and I have a dagger, so I would like to use that to cut through the vines.
As you go to do that, the fog blasts across the side of the mountain, and you can't even see where you're cutting at all.
Okay, I don't continue to cut blindly, for the record.
Oh, okay, I'm just checking.
Yeah.
But you do feel like you've been released.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird.
It is weird. Rue. The fog also sweeps around your legs, and you feel like you've just been able to walk free of what you were doing as well.
Strange. I feel like this grudgy mountain isn't as grudgy, or it's got something else hellish ready for us. Okay, well, I
That
feel
was
like
really bizarre.
I'm going to go to Biddle and just hold her hand.
Sorry, who?
She's got a new
She's not
nickname.
going to fix it.
Biddle. Who's Biddle?
Bidsies.
It's written right here.
I even read it.
It does look hellish.
You need to
It
get
does.
texted for dyslexia.
I do.
You really do.
I'm going to go to Biddy and I'm just going to hold on to her so we're close.
Oh.
And then I'm going to say...
Unexpected hug.
I'm going to say, where's Thistle? And we need to find her.
Where is Thistle?
Well, I think
You're still on the path, but you were further
I think
back.
you're further back.
Oh, that's right. I'm with Dreadlock.
We need to call
you
out.
can't see them though because of the fog, and Dreadlock is still rather nervously looking up the mountain. He looks like he stumbles a little bit, stumbles forward and touches the side of the mountain as he's looking up. You know when you look up at something and you sort of lose your balance a little bit because he does that, but it's okay. He falls into the side against the mountain. But as soon as he touches the mountain, you notice that his hand starts to match the colour of the mountain at first, starts to become very grey, and he starts to turn into stone, slowly creeping along his hand. And at exactly that moment, you notice the same thing is happening to your feet.
Fuck, I was going to say, good chance to leave him.
He's probably always wanted a statue of himself.
He has some.
Okay.
At his place.
Well, something sus is going on. We know that. Should we go back and check out where they are and check on them?
You cannot see them from where you are.
Can I call out? Is there any reply?
Of course you can call out, yeah.
Thistle.
Thistle.
So no reply.
I thought she was going to do her an echo.
No reply.
Do we turn back? I think we need to turn back.
They have been gone an awful long time, and like the last time we saw them, there were giant hands.
Maybe about 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
The last time we saw them, there were giant hands about to crush them, so we
That
should
is a good point.
probably check on them.
Let's go back.
There's no real reason why Thistle can't speak, mind you. It was only your feet who were,
Yeah, I was
being
thinking
turned
that.
to stone. She's choosing right now not to speak to you.
You're the one that said no reply and did the whole echo and everything.
I know.
I didn't even get a chance.
I know, but I can't really say the words no reply echoed. I thought the joke stood alone. You went, well, that was an interesting sound that the universe made, but I'm going to accept it.
It is also very concerning that we can't hear Dreadlock talking because he's always talking.
That is probably the most alarming thing.
Yeah.
What did you call out, though?
Thistle.
Yeah.
No, I just mean like as we're walking towards them, I'm like also noting.
No one's asked for his opinion. He's shocked at the moment at what is happening to him. Terror would be a way, but of course with bravado. Nothing to be worried about here.
So he says that we can hear him.
Shit. What's that?
He speaks. We can hear him.
Yes, you can hear him.
Okay, I think I can hear Dreadlock. I think at least Dreadlock, are you with Thistle?
I cannot see her.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Don't come back here. We're turning to stone. I don't want that to happen to you. Do not come back.
Okay, I think we need to help them.
Do not help.
Especially you.
I think something really funky is happening on this mountain because we were being wrapped in vines and then all of a sudden there were no vines. I think things aren't what they seem.
So just believe that it's not true.
Okay, I'm doing it.
I'm a fairy. This comes naturally.
Yeah,
I do believe.
I don't believe in magic. The fog blows through again, and you find yourself being able to move away.
It's the fog. There's something coming with the fog.
Sorry, did you not get that the first time? Because I was about to breeze the fog to me. Fuck. I love you so much. Sorry.
The fog in the distance calls out, "It's not me."
It fucking is.
Fucking isn't.
What? I figured it out.
You don't know shit. And as you're standing around looking at each other on the edge of this mountain, there is a crack of lightning. The whole place lights up. And you hear the roar of thunder, and the lightning hits just in front of you. Right next to you. Boom.
The lightning hits in front. Sorry, yep, go.
Yeah, that's the
Sorry,
yes.
yeah. Sorry.
I take a step back away from the lightning blast that's just hit.
And another lightning blast lands right where you're standing.
Ooh. Is that you too, Fog?
This feels personal.
It does. I feel like we need to call the fog. Can we call on the fog?
No.
Fog.
It responded to us a second ago.
Yeah.
It was talking shit, but no, there's no real response from the fog.
Oh, okay.
Much like the echo.
Can I roll for Arcana?
Yes.
Ooh, good idea.
Great idea.
God damn it, 2. What's happened to me tonight?
What you think at this stage is, this really feels like it's some sort of magic. I just can't for the life of me figure out which type. Something's going on here that seems quite magical because magic is unusual and this is unusual. That's as far as your thinking takes you. Maybe you've got ink. Let's not give it any lings.
No link.
I'm going to roll for
More
Arcana.
link and no link.
Rue has decided to roll for Arcana, and she rolled a respectable
3.
And you
Plus
looked
4.
Yeah, you looked across and saw.
She got the ling, didn't she?
She got linged.
Yeah.
Between the two of you, you turn over to Biddy and go, "We've got an inkling, but that's it."
Dreadlock, any chances you know anything more about this mountain from stories and you have any idea what's going on?
He says, I've heard stories, I've just never seen what I'm seeing.
What were the stories that you heard?
That the mountain was alive.
Have you been here before? Actually, not just in your stories.
Sorry, I slipped out. Yes. Well, no.
No, yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yes.
So useless.
It's still a no. But in a very yes kind of way. What I mean is, I haven't been here specifically at all.
My moody, gothic character hates this guy, but Stacey loves him. I'm a huge
And
fan of
that's
this guy.
roleplay.
Like, she's all like moody and she's like, I hate this guy he's stealing our thunder. Stacey's like, I love the shit out of this man.
He absolutely can feel that, which is why he turns to you right now. You know when those people who don't read the situation, or they read it but do the wrong thing. So
Yeah.
he's like,
She hates me. She just needs more time with me. So he's like, follow me, young lady.
and he reaches out. He doesn't grab your hand because he's not quite that shonky, but he reaches his hand out and we can do this. And he steps forward and takes 2 or 3 steps, and the lightning blasts him.
Oh no.
That was easy.
And then now our character's reaction.
He has time to turn to you to see your reaction to him being hit by lightning. He's not touching you. You didn't grab his hand, did you?
No.
And he turns to see each of your faces. Describe your faces, please. Describe what the face you give a man heroically stepping forward into lightning.
I think I'm just like, ooh, do you know what I mean? I'm not like, ah, I'm like, you know, like if you stubbed your toe and you'd go, that's the face.
Yeah. All right.
So do the face, stub your toe, do the face. That's it. I've captured it.
I don't know, just like pursed lips, like, bit of disgust, like, stinky.
Why'd you do that, idiot?
Biddy.
I think shock would be the number one emotion. So probably like, I'm picturing like an older lady because I'm an old lady. So like I want to do the whole like hand over, like open mouth, wide eyes, like, ooh, shocking.
From inside the light, the one they called the Dreadlock watched them intently, looking for signs. It was possible, they thought, but still unlikely. There are hints, but there have been so many lies. As the light swirled, an energy whistled at the edges of their skin. The Dreadlock watched each facial expression. Would there be empathy, disdain, confusion? What were these people?
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Knowing you could be saving money for the things you really want, like that dream house or ride, is a great feeling. That's why the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you save when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
Using a Clorox disinfecting wipe to clean that stuck-on sauce from the stove feels like...
Oh boy. That tickles. Stop.
It feels like coming home to your needy corgi after a long day.
Best part of the day, finally.
With Clorox, clean feels carefree. Clean feels good. Use as directed.
The lightning hits him very hard, and yet he is just standing in the middle of it.
Oh, God damn it. Is he actually really that strong?
No, I think this whole thing's an illusion.
He's so impressed with what's happening right now. Oh my God, I knew it! I knew it!
There's no way he didn't pee himself a little though.
And don't look at the pee bar, come on! Look at the lightning! And he's holding his hands up and he's like letting the light fling around him and he's like letting this, and then he starts to realize it's not making any noise.
It's not real.
And it's
so let's just carry on.
Gone.
Yeah, I think from now on, anything bad that happens, we just don't pay it any attention.
Specifically on this mountain though.
Or we just go right into it.
We lean in. That was some very convincing lightning.
Let me try.
You've done so well. We're just going to keep on going. You're doing great, sweetie.
And the entire time you were walking the rest of this path, Rocks fall straight through you.
Yep.
Giant hands come over and try and flick you off the edge. Lightning tries to push you backwards down the path. The path sometimes just isn't even there.
We keep walking.
You push through the last bit of cloud now. It's not just fog, it's cloud. And now from up here, suddenly, even though you can see this storm, you can see the beauty of these northern ranges all the way through the rumbles. They roll right to the horizon, mighty ranges, although still dwarfed by the rest of the Grudge above you. From where you stand now, you can see giant birds swooping around, lightning striking in the distance, and you can also see that you're not even close to the top. This thing just keeps rocking up.
Okay, so
we weren't trying to get to the top, were we? We were
No,
trying to
go
get
through it.
No.
to a passage.
What you can also see is a face in the rock.
Ooh!
It's so big that its features didn't stand out until you could piece each of them together, really. A nose, 2 eyes, and a gaping mouth that looks like a tunnel through to the other side. And the mouth speaks.
Hi, I'm Matos from Czechia, and I play the mountain they call the Grudge.
Hello there. I don't mean to be rude, but you're on my nose. If you stay there for too long, I shall sneeze, and then, well, disaster follows. Snow and ice falls, towns are destroyed. Reputation goes downhill, grossly unfair nicknames are enforced. So, when you are ready, if you could just ease off the nose a bit, that would be grand. It's a long way up, is it not? Not for me, of course. This is exactly how far up I go. But especially for creatures with such short legs, it's a workout and a half. Then again, I can only dream of such legs. Instead, here I am locked in place, looking in the same damn direction for all eternity. Hell, I'd even like a neck, just a tiny one. With a neck, I could look over here, I could look over there. I have no idea what's over there. I don't even know what's behind me. Is there someone behind me? A bigger mountain? Is it making fun of me? No, of course not. One giant talking mountain is a thing, but two? That would be nuts. Did you bring any nuts? I like the salted ones. Anyway, you're probably wondering why they call me the Grudge. Go on, ask. I know you want to.
And you find yourself, you're still on his nose unless you want to step down, but you can now see the tunnel that forms under his mouth. Oh, sorry, under his nose. It is his mouth. Big enough for you to all just walk on into. Very dark, though.
Can't we ask him why is he called the Grudge?
I would like to step off his nose.
Yeah, I'll do that and then be like, why are you called the Grudge?
I'm called the Grudge because people sometimes think I hang on to things a long, give me a second, long time. For example, I had a girlfriend.
Oh, here we go.
Anyway, she was an author.
I'm gonna elbow the girls like this.
What would you do in this situation? Let's say every time after dinner, you just put everything in the washing machine. And she says all the time, why don't you rinse it off? And you say, why don't you rinse it off? And next thing you know, you're going backwards and forth about the rinsing.
I feel like if you have a machine that does the washing, why would the rinsing matter?
Yeah, like, why does the rinsing matter?
Wouldn't you rather quality time?
I agree. She was the one who was wrong, wasn't she?
100% she was wrong. You are so right. It's in the name.
They call me the Grudge, and really it's her fault.
Yes.
I think they should call you the Correct.
Yeah,
Thank
100%.
you. I agree.
Spot on.
She used to complain all the time when I was eating. And rocks, they're so big when you eat them, they make such crunching noise.
You can't help that.
You can't, young lady.
It's not your fault.
Not my fault at all.
Show me the person who chews without making sound.
Especially rocks.
And I'll show you a god.
Certainly
Rocks are
not.
hard.
He crunches a few rocks.
You got to get him in there, and then you got to try and get it around. I understand.
So on your side.
It's hard. Voice. You know what else she did? She would ask questions. And you knew she already knew what she wanted you to do, but you just had to sit there and wait, and the question would come out, and you would say, "Do you just want me to do it?" And she would say, "Okay."
No, she'd say, if you want to do it.
If you want to do it, I'm a goddamn mountain and there's not much I can do. Look. And that's when you notice the book is squirming.
And I'm like, yeah. Pointing at the book, yeah.
And right now, I'm guessing you've got two options here. Are you going to speak up for the book? Or are you going to back the grudge?
Well,
Okay, when you put it like that.
What happens if we don't back her? Does she just stop talking to us and telling us things about places?
The risk you might have to take.
Because that would make her the grudge. Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's quiet.
I think in relationships, it's not often those things that are the most important. It's the communication. And obviously, if you're not listening to each other.
Oh, I would talk to her all the time.
Would you listen to her all the time?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, she would talk to me all the time.
Did she listen to you all the time?
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that people are at fault or that they're the only ones that are wrong. Sometimes both people.
Oh, no, she was at fault. You agreed with me before.
No, it was annoying. But
I mean,
I'm sure you
if
did things.
she were here right now,
yeah.
she would probably be thinking, oh my, all three of them are on his side. It's overwhelmingly in his favor, right?
Just the chewing.
I mean, I do not know how you would chew rocks silently. The question thing I get, that's a hard
the
one.
other lady with the dishwashing, what do you think about it?
I just think that.
Why am I turning into Arnold?
I could hear it and I wasn't going to say anything about it.
Why, what do you...
I was loving it.
Do the dishwashing. Come on, do the
It's
dishwashing.
somewhere between Arnold and Gru. It's great.
Yes, it is. So good.
I'm slipping out of one and slipping into something I shouldn't be slipping into, but anyway.
And
we all know.
Title of your sex tape, okay.
I think we'd have to hear both sides of it to really to know where to stand. But I can understand it's frustrating.
Yeah, I can understand it's frustrating, but they're not the kind of things that break a relationship. They're just annoying. There's a difference between annoying and break your heart, you know? Like, did she cheat on you?
And maybe you just need to go, all right, I'm going to try and work on that.
Is there something I'm supposed to work on?
Maybe you just try and be a little bit reasonable, and then she will try and give you a little bit of like leeway. So if you accidentally do the crunching thing, well then I can see that you're trying not to.
If she did anything wrong, and she did a lot, I would roll my eyes. Is that good?
No.
Sweetie, no.
Passive aggressive.
Did you
So
tell
you've
her?
got to listen too.
But passive is better than actual.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you're a mountain, so let's...
I am, yes, I am. What else were you asking?
Are you not a mountain?
I don't know what you're talking about. Another thing she did, once I found she would leave her underwear to dry in various parts of the apartment.
How did you fit in an apartment if you're a mountain?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, all do dishes.
Oh, of course, before I became a mountain, I was smaller.
No, something sus here. You're not actually a mountain.
You're not a mountain at all.
This is all an illusion. You're in our heads.
I am indeed a mountain.
No,
and
you-
another rumble of rocks come tumbling down
No, you're not.
and go straight through you.
Stop
You're not
lying.
a mountain, you silly duffer. What's happening?
What are you hiding from?
Show yourself.
Get the book. Get the book out.
Are you getting the book out?
Yes, we're getting the book out.
I warned you about him. I told you that he would make stuff up. First of all, the chewing, okay? The chewing went on for days. Think about how long it takes to get through a rock, and he would open a whole packet of them. Every single one. The questions, they were real questions, okay? Sometimes I do just want to know what that person is thinking. And he would say, how am I supposed to know? Put me back in the bag.
No, we're working this out.
We're working through this.
Once the grudge shows his real face.
You brought her here?
Yes.
Yes, and you know why?
Book meet grudge, grudge meet book.
Oh, I know who she is.
Now let's talk to each other nicely. Grudge, you just need to show yourself really. Get rid of this whole illusion thing.
The opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. There is a fine line.
You tell her to agree with you that I am right.
No.
This is a you issue.
No.
You tell him to agree with me because I am right.
Let's put the book down on the mountain and go.
Lead them to it?
Well, I mean, they
Where
can
are
either...
you going to go?
Can't we go through the mountain mouth?
The mountain mouth that's currently yelling at us?
It is talking a lot.
Oh, shit, yeah.
It's not real. How do we break this thing?
Oh, it looks like it's talking.
Like, can you make them kiss? Like, just put the book up on his mouth. Give me a kiss.
Really shouldn't force that.
I used to force my Barbies all the time.
I was picturing dolls, yeah. Kiss.
Yeah, it's more like that. Like,
but in the...
That was before we understood.
And after we shaved their heads.
And after we shaved their heads and braided their hair and coloured it in with textures.
Yeah.
Please don't do that to me.
Well, show yourself and we won't.
Is it more important to be right or to be together?
Why can't I have both?
No.
Sometimes we don't get to have both.
It doesn't work like that.
You're a fuckwit.
Edie, you so agreed with me though. I saw you go, yeah, really?
Yeah, true.
Because she's an only child.
I think once you just show who you really are, we'll be able to work this out.
I'm really confused as to, like, he must be something else. Because how is a mountain and a book having a relationship?
And how is he in an apartment?
Well, the book is written by
So
someone.
the author is forever connected to the
book? Yeah.
Oh, cool. Remind me never to write a book in this world.
It updates.
This feels like... Yeah. Okay. Anyone got like a therapy skill there? Something? Something helpful?
Medicine?
Just next to intimidation. Therapy.
Therapy. I mean, these aren't big issues. So again, sorry, was there any like cheating like that in this relationship?
No, it's not easy. You know, when you're a mountain,
Yeah.
a real mountain.
I think both of your feelings come out of frustration.
I hear you.
But sometimes to be with someone that you love, you've got to overlook these things.
Yeah, like you don't sweat the small things.
Yeah, just...
Like the chewing.
Yeah. But also...
Tell her.
But maybe you could try and not crunch all day, every day, because it can get a bit irritating.
Yeah, like
apparently.
compromise.
You're agreeing with her now.
No, I'm agreeing with both of
But
you.
you said chewing is
Okay,
annoying.
it's too far gone. Fuck this girl.
Rue steps behind everyone else. You try.
Surely there's something you miss about each other, right?
The dreadlock stands up and goes,
Mountain, grudge, whatever you may call yourself. I know plenty about women, and women know plenty about me, because I tell them. What you're not doing is telling her things enough. You are not telling her the thing that you want her to know. Right, ladies?
I aim my bow and arrow.
So yes, all you have to do right now, if she was here, and I'm not saying she is, but if she was, what would you tell her?
and the mountain says,
I would tell her about the chewing first.
God, he's just not getting it.
Well, maybe it's just not meant to be. If those things are enough for you guys to not be together,
Yeah.
maybe it's just meant to be, and that's fine.
So maybe we can just move on, like forgive each other and move on with our lives, wish each other the best. We have to get back together. Clearly, if that was enough to break the relationship.
Because those are small things.
They're so fucking small.
One time she took me out to dinner and ordered pancakes. She made me eat her pancakes because she did not like the flavor of her pancakes. Hers tasted like fucking rocket fuel. Anyway.
Did you like the pancakes? Did you?
Rocket fuel.
You said you're a mountain. You eat rocks.
But this was a pancake.
How did she take you out for dinner?
I'm a mountain.
Yeah.
Mountain.
You're a liar.
You
She
are
said
a
you're a liar. She said you're a liar. You are a liar. And I believe her.
and now the whole mountain shakes and lightning strikes everywhere and rocks fall down and cover the mouth.
Yeah, but he's not real.
I am real.
No, you're not.
Can we try and walk through the rocks?
Yes, I am. I mean...
I'm going to try and walk through the rocks.
Yeah, let's just go.
No, don't.
I'm doing that.
Don't come behind the curtain.
I'm going to. I'm going to come behind that curtain all night.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Mine was an innocent Wizard of Oz reference. Yours was an innocent Triple X reference.
Shitting in the moment. I'm going behind the curtain.
We're all going behind the curtain.
I'm going to have a shower. When you walk through the rocks, and you do walk straight through, he's a big-ish man. You know, not a man mountain, but he's a big-ish man. Very big, strong beard. These clothes look like they haven't been changed in a long time, like worn down clothes.
Hasn't been looking after himself.
His hair is unkempt, just because I like the word.
It is a great word.
And he is just standing there, looking a little bit disappointed that all of his methods didn't stop you. And you can see the path goes straight past him, and you can see light in the distance on the other side.
We'll let this go. I just feel like saying, well, you're an idiot.
Well, you're...
And we're internal. Idiot.
You know, when you're up here as long as I've been up here and by yourself.
Why are you up here alone?
You can walk down at any point.
Be a sad sack.
Yeah, why are you just drowning in self-pity?
It was hard.
And this is easier? Being alone, being isolated, being sad?
No one complains about the crunching up here.
Why are you eating rocks?
Yeah, that's so weird.
No, it's chips mostly.
I get in trouble for that too.
See? You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know, but you just gotta get over it. Not get over it, but you just gotta like go, all right, that kind of would be annoying. I'll try and be better. And then when you've got the shits of them, you crunch louder.
Do you actually try?
You try and then they'll try something that you might find annoying. They'll try and be better at that.
So...
Bit of give and take.
You just keep trying annoying things. That's what you're saying.
No.
Okay. Struggling with this a little.
Trying to be considerate of what frustrates your partner, even if you don't understand why it's frustrating. Because there'll be things that you are frustrated about your partner doing, and they'll have things they're frustrated about you doing, and it's just about whether those things are bigger than you guys loving each other, liking each other, wanting to be together. And if they are bigger than that, you go your separate ways. If they're not bigger than that, then you figure out a way to live with those things.
And if you try and make that first step of being more considerate, then maybe she'll pay that back to you as well.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. We're just trying to get through
life like any other person. But we don't want to just walk on.
Nice save.
We don't want to. Thank you. We don't want to walk on by and just leave you here to continue to be miserable. You deserve more than that. And even if it's that you don't want to be with them anymore, get out of here and go find someone that loves chips.
Yeah.
Share a bag.
When you really love someone, you laugh about how annoying something is. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were laughing about it today, but like, you're really holding on to that. Like, you're just not right for each other.
Something deeper than,
So you think I should change my name and find someone who likes chips?
Yeah. Huh. Was that bridge real?
Oh yeah, the bridge is real.
So I look like a fucking idiot.
and he's like, and the storm out there that's just starting up. Yeah, it's real too. That's not me.
Oh.
Look, there's a little room out the back there if you want to, just before you leave the other side. You could probably wait out the storm there if you wanted. Might make it a bit easier.
Do you feel like you want to try and make it work? Or you want to go try and find someone
more suited?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start walking down the mountain.
Yes, good. Yes.
And he just starts.
Yeah, we're like, good boy, you.
One step at a time down the mountain. Even though the storm's coming in, you're like, maybe tomorrow would be a good time to start. He's like, no. And he says something and you can't really hear what it is. And the dreadlock turns around and he goes, he said, the story starts one step at a time. It's not what he said, I just added the gravitas. He just mumbled something about chips, but I thought, wouldn't it be nice if he said something like what I said? And then I said it. Let's find this place to sit. And he walks you through, like, you know, leads you through because you know that he walks in a way that makes it look like he thinks it's important that he's in front.
Yeah.
And on the other side, you can see out over the rest of the mountain range. You can see a long way along the coastline now. It's the coastline on the other side of this mountain range. And it's a huge mountain range extending a long way north. And you can almost see the curvature of the Earth or curvature of this planet from up here. And in the far distance, you can see a little light, like a glistening light as the sun is setting over the back of the ocean. And that, he says, is Uafazia K.
Ah.
But you can also see that the clouds are becoming dark. It is becoming, the sun was setting. Rain is beginning to fall. And the Dreadlock pulls out something from his backpack and rolls out like a little bed.
I'm going to jump on it.
Did he go outside to roll out his bed?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're
Just
in
checking.
a little cave now.
Just a little cave area, but you can see out the other side. The winds are howling, it is cold, and he sort of rolls himself up and curls into a ball and says, it might be a good idea to get a good night's sleep.
I was going to ask you one more story about yourselves, but
Night time.
I'd like to have some dreams now.
And we go to the opposite end of the cave.
I want to tell you what they're about. They're about me. They're going to be dreams about me.
We're going to the opposite end of the cave and cuddling up together.
That's what we're doing.
Away.
I'd like to find a spot not so open so that there's less wind chill.
Yeah.
I feel like sleeping directly in front of the open cave mouth is...
Yeah, you would easily be able to find a spot that's not
Find a
directly in the
nook.
wind.
Yeah,
He found a nook. You could find nooks as well.
Okay.
Not his nook.
And not each other's nook. And you may all have a long rest.
Amazing.
Mostly because people said last time I gave you a campaign I didn't give enough long rests. Well, now I'm just going to do like 4 or 5 in a row really
Love
quickly.
it. Who said that?
I just got complaints from people. Let them rest. And I'll be like, no.
Okay.
So this is my message to anyone who complains about me giving people not enough rests.
Oh, while you're
What happens
complaining
next is your
and getting
fault.
Corey to do things, can you... Anyway.
Is there anything you'd like to do before having your long rest? And then we can continue on. This is not the end of the episode. It could have been, but I just thought, no, I'll just let you have a rest and you get back. You can spend some of your hit dice and get back hit points.
Great. Excellent. Actually, we didn't get hurt at all then, so...
Exactly. The rocks went straight
Nothing
through.
wrong, but we rest.
Haven't really used any spells or
I'm
anything.
going to take a long rest.
Yeah.
Take your long rest and
Well,
you have
now
a good
that you
night.
took away we get to roll advantage on all D20s, I'm not holding off on resting.
Yeah, no, I'm done.
So
It was
off
a
to
promise
sleep.
there.
Off to sleep you go with the sound of thunder and rain in the distance. I find it easy to sleep in those conditions.
That's actually legitimately we set thunderstorm sounds to sleep to.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
So you have a very deep sleep. In the morning, the sun rises and pokes through. Well, some sun rises. You can still see there's a lot of clouds, but a bit of light pokes straight through the cave, right across one of your faces. Who wants to be the first to wake up?
I feel like as the oldest member of the group who's used to getting up at the butt crack of dawn, because that's what old people do, right?
Oh, they really do.
Sun's up, we're up. Yeah, that's. I think I'll get up first.
You can see the Dreadlock is up before you. And he's standing there looking out over as the sun rises over the cliff face that's out the other side and the path that winds down just like the one you've been on right now. And that's when you notice all of your bags are open and he's holding a package in his hand.
Oh, no, we need that package.
We need that.
And he says, I'll see you in the distant future. And then he steps off the edge and you see him fall and then lift straight back up on a magic rug flying off in
Like
the
what you did
distance.
there. Shoot it with the arrow. Shoot it with the arrow.
And that's where we end this episode.
Shoot it with the arrow.
And I'm quickly get my bow and arrow
Yeah,
and just
I'm
take
going to
him
go
out.
lightning at him like we're doing stuff.
I need to wake you guys up to do that. You're asleep.
Yeah, but we've got spidey senses.
Well, what are you doing then? Throw a frying pan. Do something.
I hadn't reacted yet, and then he told me the episode was over, and I didn't think I was.
That is what I do.
What a dick. Dick move.
Are you talking me or him?
No, the theme of the episode's prick. What a prick.
What a prick move.
Yeah.
Name of your sex tape.
And that's where we finish.
That's where we...
Don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. It's just a sudden ending. It happens all the time. So maybe there's danger or just a clever line. But don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. Right?
been listening to the Girls Who Don't D&D podcast. If you're enjoying them but wish you could immerse yourself further without the ads, join our Patreon where you can do exactly that at the lowest possible tier. You can also enjoy our sister show, The Void, on Patreon too. The best way to stay connected to what's going on is by following us on Instagram, Facebook, or joining our Discord, all of which are linked in our episode notes. If you'd like to be one of the voices on our show, you can find test scripts on our website, www.girlswhodon'tdnd.com, or take a shot at our monthly scripts that are also released on Patreon. Also, sending stuff to the girls is so easy. Our postal address is simple, PO Box 285, Cardiff 2285, New South Wales, Australia.
You've been listening to a Legend of Loot production.